So now that you know how to create a unique list of data, you're ready to actually fix the teacher subject organizer so that the drop downs don't have duplicates in them. So the problem we want to fix is the following one. So if I add another subject for Andre, we say Andre is doing maths as well for grade 8. If I add this, what we're going to be having is teacher is going to be in here twice. Subject is no duplicates yet, but as soon as I say okay, Andre also teach maths for grade 9, and we go on here, we have grade 7, you'll see that what we have here is we've got lots of duplicates in our drop downs. So let's first focus on the teacher's drop down and see how we can actually fix this. So what's currently happening is that our drop down is being generated off this list here, which is basically, we call it a teachers list, but the teachers list in our code contains not only the teacher, it also contains the subject and the grade. So as you can see, there's 4 entries in here. So if I go to my code, which is sitting here, I go to organizer.js and I focus down here. So I've got this teachers object here, but what's currently happening is this is where it's displaying this template here. My filter template is a template that's rendering the drop downs onto the screen. So the thing that's currently happening is that teachers is currently, the list of teachers is currently coming from data, and what data is, if you go down here, so the code, so this is the add button here. So what's currently happening, I'm checking at this point whether there's been values entered in the text boxes. If they were values entered, I push the data into my list, and then I'm basically saying show data. Okay, and show data is up here. So we get to this point here and we say show data here takes in a list, which is basically the list of subjects, or when for all the teacher data, and then I'm just pushing, I'm looping over them here. So what's happening here is that this data value here is not really unique. So what I need to do is I actually need, instead of teachers, I need to create a unique list of teachers data. So what I will do here is I'm going to comment this out, so so that I can actually create a unique teacher list. So what I want to do is I still want to loop over my data. So in this case I have, I'm going to do something very similar to what I do at the bottom. So I can copy this line from here. So I can say, hey, so what I want to do here now is I want the teacher data here. So what I want to check now is I want to create a new map, like I said. So in this case I'm going to create a teacher map which will keep track, help me to identify teachers. So I'm basically going to do here, and I'm going to say if teacher map, and then I'm going to check if teacher data dot name, which is the name of the teacher, is undefined. So basically meaning I haven't seen this teacher yet. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to say teachers, which is my list, dot push. Okay, I'm pushing into this list my my teacher. So I'm going to say then I want to push in the teacher data dot name. Okay, so I'm pushing this in. So what I have now, so now after I've done this, I need to push this in, but the thing I also need to do is I need to put an entry in my map, otherwise it's still going to create duplicates. Because so now I'm going to go here, I'm going to say in my map, I'm just going to say my map is equal to teacher data dot name. Okay, so what I basically have here now is I created the teacher map, empty one. I've created the empty list for my teachers here, looping through the data that's passed in. I'm checking, I'm getting the current teacher, I'm checking whether the current name of the teacher is already in the teacher map. If it's not in there, so it's undefined, I'm basically saying assign it to the map, push it into my list, and then at this point when I get to the bottom, teachers should contain a unique list of teacher names. So if I'm looking at this thing here, down here we're sorting it. Once it's sorted, we'll basically we should have a unique list of teachers. So let's see. So if I refresh my screen now, so obviously now I don't have any local storage. So okay, I need to run the local version of my app. Okay, so let me just see for what I have running here. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm just going to start it up quickly. So I'm going to say http-server. I'm going to say let's just have a look here. What do we have? Okay, so I'm starting it up, running it on port 8080. So go here, localhost port 8080. Firing it up, should see what it's doing. So let's see. It's a bit interesting. So it doesn't. There seems to be an error because there's nothing in my list. By default, there should be something in there. So let's just see if there's any errors in my code. Okay, yeah. So there's actually an error there at line 35. Organizer.js. So let's see organizer.js line 35. Okay, data, so I didn't expect that there. Refresh this. Let's see what's happening now. There's still an error of sorts. Unexpected token, Control R. Okay, so now I don't have any teachers in my list anymore. In the past, by default, I always had one in the list. Let's see. Okay, that's better. Okay, so now it's working. So now I've got at least one in the list. So let's say we have Andre again now. Andre is teaching maths now to grade 9. We add that in. Look at teachers. Okay, Andre is only in the list once. Okay, so that seems interesting. So let's look at this. So let's say, okay, we've got Bob Crow, and he's giving maths to grade 10. Okay, we add him there. Now I've got Bob Crow there. That's grand. Okay, and then we say he's giving grade 11 maths as well. Okay, so looking at that, so it's been added there down here, grade 11. Looking at here, Bob Crow. Okay, so only in the map once. Subjects. Let's see what's happening here. Oi. Okay, so here we have maths multiple times. We've got grades. Again, no duplicates, but as soon as we say Bob Crow is doing history. Okay, so we've got Bob for grade 11. Suddenly we've got duplicates for grades in here. So what we need to do is we need to fix that in a similar way. So what you might want to do here, because this is kind of gets very messy now. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to create a function for each sorted list. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I am just going to put my teacher map into a sorted list. Okay, I put subjects in there now. Let me just move that back up. Okay, so I'm going to put this code here that is sorting my, that's giving me a unique list of teachers. I'm going to call it function. I'm going to say unique teacher list. Okay, I'm going to do something like that. Okay, so I'm going to have something here. So I'm going to say data list, and then here I'm going to say, so now instead of data, I actually need to replace that. Control T, there's two places by the looks of it. Control D, Control V. So now I have data list here. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm basically going to say here unique teacher list, and I'm basically going to give it the data. Okay, so what I want to do here now is I want to do a similar thing here. I want to say I want unique, okay, teacher list, but here I just want to say unique subject list. So give me the data that I need to pass in. So this doesn't exist yet. But what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to duplicate what I've done for unique teacher list. Now I'm going to say here this is going to become unique subject list. Thing that I want to check here is now this now needs to be renamed. So teacher data stays the same, but for this we don't want a teacher map, we want a subject map. Okay, so thing that I need to check down here is Control D, Control V, so that is subject map. And then down here I don't want the name now anymore, I want the subject. Okay, and then in here I also want to put in the subject, and the entry that I want to push into here is I actually have a list. So what I need to do here is var subjects. Okay, it's an empty list. I've seen I made a mistake in the previous one as well, so I'm going to need to do subjects here, and I actually need to return subjects from here to return a unique list of subjects up here. The thing I haven't done is teachers doesn't exist in this function, so what I need to do here is I need to create a new variable called teachers that's empty. I'm looping through all of this using my map, and then I return my teachers. Okay, so if I have that, so now I've got a unique teacher list, unique subject list. So now I've got unique subject list. So now what I need to do here is I want a similar one here that I'm calling unique grades. Okay, so it's very similar to the other ones. I say data. Okay, so let's do that one quickly on its own. So we're going to say function. Here we're going to say unique grade list is our function. It's going to take in a data list. We're going to say here, so this is going to be grades. Okay, so it's going to take a list of grades. It's going to return grades from there. Okay, so we use that, and what we need to do now is we need to create our map to look for duplicates. Var grades map. Okay, and then we make that empty like that, and then what we want to do here is we want to loop over our data list again, and then here, so this thing needs to go here. Var, this is teacher data. Okay, what we want to do now is we need to check if the current grade already exists in our map. So we're going to say grades map. Basically want to check whether teacher data dot grade, if it is undefined, we know it's not in there. So what we can do in this case, we can now say grades map, and we can say teacher data dot grade is equal to the current grade. I'll put that in there, Control V. Okay, and then what I also need to do is I now need to put my grades dot push. I push that into this, and then here what I'm pushing the current teacher data dot grade in there. Okay, so I've looped through them. So getting to this point in time, I should have a unique list of grades, and down here, so I'm now calling unique teacher list, unique subject list, unique grade list. So looking at this now, I can remove this now. I don't need to do this anymore. But looking at this, I've created a unique list of teachers, unique list of subjects, and a unique list of grades. At this point in time, I'm sending it to my handlebars template, and I'm just sorting them here. So you'll see this will kind of sort them ascendingly. So strings is easy to sort, subjects is also a string, so it's easy to sort. For numbers, I need to do it slightly differently. Although, okay, so we'll have a look at that now. So basically, this is how I need to sort a number. So let's see what's happening now. So if I go to my example localhost, it's refreshing that on localhost. So it seems to be working with Andre still there. So let's see if we say Andre is now teaching maths for grade 7. Okay, so let's see. So first of all, Andre is only in here once, so that's great. Subjects, oh okay, there's something wrong here with subjects. Grades, okay, there's some duplicates in grades, so something is not working that well. So somewhere along the line there's a problem with our code. So let's have a look quickly if we can find that, because we definitely still have duplicates in our drop downs. So saying that I even have subjects is worth, so it's seemingly adding multiple things, and this thing is also not unique. So let's see, somewhere along the line it's adding too many values. So let's have a look here what's happening. If I go to my code and I am checking this out and I'm saying I need to add a unique subject list, so let's see what's happening. So unique, the problem with teachers was fine, unique subject list had a problem. So let's see what's happening here. Unique subject list, okay, so we say subjects here. Okay, so look at this here. So here we were actually adding the wrong thing into the list. Instead of adding the subject, we're adding the teacher name in there. Okay, so I need to add the subject name in here, subjects in here. So let's have a look, and then if I'm going down to my grades, my grades look okay. So I say grades.push teacher data.grade, and here I'm seeing, so let's see what's happening now, why grades might be a duplicate. Okay, so let's have a look what's happening now. So I'm refreshing this now, just running the code, seeing what it's doing. So grade 7 subjects should only be history, only be one teacher there. So let's run this and see what's happening. So I'm doing this, doing Andre again, he's doing history. No, let's do maths for grade 7 again. Let's run this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, only one subjects now. Let's see what's happening. Maths through history and maths. Okay, so that looks okay for grade 7. Okay, so that's cool. So let's see now what happens if we add grade 8. I'll run that. Okay, so now we have grade 8 there. Maths. Okay, so no duplicates here. And Andre. So let's just see if we do more. So Bob Grow. Run this. Okay, Bob Grow is in the list here now. It's doing maths as well. Subjects is only there once. Grades is there, 7 and 8. Teachers is only Bob Grow. So let's say Bob Grow is also doing grade 10. Okay, we add that, and then we have basically grade 10. So that seems to be working quite well now. So what you can do is you can now and try to go to this exercise in GitHub, and you can try the same thing, get it locally, see if you can add filters for those, and see if you can actually understand the code, and then if you have any questions then just put it onto the QQ or get one of the mentors to work with you through the code. So yeah, I hope that was useful, and yeah, all the best.